Okay, so now we're recording. Say hi, YouTube, or say hi to YouTube chat. But yeah, we got a tease of Festering Bog. There was a snafu with one of the patches a couple months ago, and they gave us access to Bog and Ragewind, what was finished at least, and it was really cool. I actually ran around Ragewind. I did not even go into Bog, but I checked out Ragewind, and I know it's going to be completely different. But yeah, I'm super excited for the next dungeon as well, and this one. From what I've heard, this one is super hard. So me being a glutton for punishment, I'm very excited. So one of the things that they did is they unlocked all dungeons and difficulties. Before, way back when they first released the game, you had to unlock each dungeon and difficulty per character, and then they made it account wide, and now it's just open. Now it just recommends levels. So if you wanted to right away, you could jump right into the nightmare difficulty and start playing with your friends instead of having to go through normal and then hard to get to nightmare, which I think is a good touch. There's a new dye merchant in the Festering Bog. I did look at her. She's cool. Her it's a completely new dye palette compared to Cletus's dye palette, and since I'm colorblind, I don't really know the specifics, but what I think I'm going to do in the video is I'll take a picture of both of them and I'll put them side by side so you guys can see the different dye options you have. I guess they improved their split screen. There was a lot of issues with that, which is nice. Improved the bonus abilities granted from armor sets. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think what that means is like the elite sets, when they would trigger an ability for free, they would only give it to you at level 1, and now it triggers it at its max level, which is really nice. Improved labeling for item tiers. Okay, so stars are a little more legible. I like that. Improved navigation and pathing in the Dark Hollow. That's like one of my favorite dungeons. I'll have to see what they did. Fixed game saves that occur when backgrounding the game on console should now save correctly. Nice. Yeah, there was a big issue with console saves for a while. Issues with slow connections with large accounts will not receive their data as clients, resulting in... Yeah. Hopefully that's the end of that problem. There was a lot of people in the Discord talking about how they would lose like all of the gear. They would keep the level, but they would lose all of the equipment that they got in the dungeon. And it was really unfortunate. With hit miss detection, so that it now uses latency compensation. Nice. Fixed melee abilities that rely on server time. Nice, so you can hit people easier. Fixed boss doors to consider Z height of teleporting player's capsule to prevent teleporting into the ground. Yeah, that was an issue I think with Molabog. That sucks. Yeah. Well, there's this bug right here that they're talking about. It would force you into the floor, and you couldn't do anything. And sometimes it'd be like instant death and trigger like fall damage, I think. Fixed boss fights, setting their completion state with the game states that the final boss fights do not allow respawn exploits. I wonder what that means. I know people were trying to like bug out Molabog, who's the final boss in Dreadforge. There were some people who were saying they would like shoot him from afar or something because they had to. Not sure if that's what it's talking about though. Fixed merchant menu not being completely navigable on gamepads. It's a weird word. When the item list not completely full. Bosses could take large amounts of invalid damage. Yeah. You could actually in my my run through of Dreadforge, I ran through it with the Rogue. And when I'm fighting the final boss, he's only at half health, and then he just dies. And I think that's what that was. It's something with the characters being like you being so small because I'm a tiny goblin, and something with the hit detection is weird. Fixed Holybrand not entering combat from his frozen state. Okay, enemy damage scalers could potentially be added multiple times. Oh, probably killing you a lot faster. Fixed NPC health scaling being truncated in some circumstances. I wonder what that means. NPC health scaling? Is that like I wonder if that's the target dummies in the Cryptophores. Fixed the minecart spawning levers. They now correctly wait until the summoned minecart is ridden before being able to be reactivated to spawn a new cart. Not that the carts do anything. I think it's a cool mechanic, but they literally just move you from A to B, and you can get there by dodge rolling. Fixed paper doll widget, not showing the character after speaking to a painter or barber. Okay. Fixed how tabs are closed when exiting the NPC interaction window. Interesting. Fix the painter menu, not clearing unpurchased or preview colors when closing the menu. Oh, so it's like they got a free paint job. Well, no more. Fix the camera so it no longer... Oh, I moved it. Resets when changing gender or race outside of the hub. Fix turntable mode, not restoring position or rotation when switching race or gender. That's just like character customization stuff. Reduced ability knockback force of the AI's Salvo and Holy Blast by 50%. Now that's crazy. I don't know whereabouts we see a lot of Salvo being used unless we're talking about bosses. But Holy Blast, especially in the Icy Depths, there's those Goblin Thurgists, and they will Holy Blast you all over that canyon before the Goblin King. So maybe this will make it easier to survive, because my strategy was to just stay on like the long walkways so they just knock you back onto the path. But if you're playing like a champion or something and they knock you back, you can just charge right to them. Fix Divine Sacrifice so it does not retarget once activated, allowing the player to fire and forget their target. Yeah, so Divine Sacrifice and Exorcism, and I think maybe one or two other abilities were having that issue where you would see them and you would cast it, and you would, like, nothing would happen. And so I think that's what they're talking about there. Fixed an issue with Phased Carnage triggered from bonus ability when using Faceport. It no longer triggers cooldown of Phased Carnage. Okay, yeah, so that was another thing I mentioned in my Rogue video. It was from the Elite set, the Shadow Lord set, I believe, where if you did a teleport, a Phaseport, it would, oh yeah, right there, when using Phaseport, it would trigger your Phased Carnage, but if you had it off of cooldown, it would actually consume the ability and you'd go back on cooldown. So that's cool that they fixed that, and it's now an independent cast, so you can do Phased Carnage twice. Fixed issue with Flurry bonus. It should now correctly increase damage. Nice. More damage is always good. Fixed issue with ability effects that could cause false hit reports. Not sure what that means. Fixed networking issues of Master Rickdawn worshippers. What networking issues did they have? All they do is stand there and they do this when Master Rickdawn is siphoning their health. So. Improved AI Ice Cloud ability replication on clients. I don't know what that means. Ice Cloud ability. Fixed Master Rickdawn spawn position so he doesn't spawn into the altar. Nice. Fixed Master Rickdawn worshipper shields to now work correctly on clients, and they should no longer float above the floor. I never saw that happen. That's interesting. Fixed bonus Phased Carnage ability from giving repeated free bonuses. Fixed Cone of Fire cooldown not calculating properly. I'll have to check that. Ember Eruption attempting to do the return teleport even if there's no valid target to initially teleport to. They just got to get rid of Ember Eruption. They need to change it. Fixed Avatar not applying its damage mod. I didn't even know that was an issue. That's great, since we're about to play the Cleric. Fixed Regen's ability description referencing the wrong set bonus value for the healing amount. And finally, removed the damage reduction buff from High Summoner Gabriella on Nightmare difficulty. Now, this last note is probably a little too late type thing, because now we've all kind of moved on from the Icy Depths. But especially me, when I was farming Icy Depths with the Cleric, it would take me like 9 minutes just to beat High Summoner Gabriella, because you have to kill Cold Snap, which is her ice elemental summon, and then after he dies, you get a window to damage Gabriella. And when Icy Depths first came out, she was only vulnerable for literally like 6 seconds, 7 seconds. You could get 2 spell rotations, and then she was gone. So with the Cleric, it would literally take forever. You know, she'd have, I don't remember the exact numbers, but let's say she'd have like 1,000,000 HP. And all of a sudden, you know, I can only do like almost 100,000 in like those few seconds of time. So it would take like 8 to 10 rotations of killing Cold Snap. So it is nice that they got rid of the damage reduction buff for Gabriella to make Icy Depths a little more runnable, so you can farm those tier 2 elite fragments easier. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Oh. Yeah. Festering Bog. Heck yeah. Super down. Super down. Okay.